Bonsoir. Mon cher Francis, une pensée pour notre cher Paul qui est malheureusement coincé sur la route et dans les intempéries et qui va nous rejoindre au plus vite. Dear friends, it's really a great pleasure for me to welcome you here tonight at the Consulate General of France in New York City for a very, very special evening. And it makes it even more special that you have to cross town in such a dreary weather. And I think it speaks very highly. Exactly, I think it speaks very highly of your affection, your true affection for our dear Francis. So we are here tonight to honor a very unique human being. I was going to say a man of all seasons, and I think it's perfectly relevant tonight. You're also a man of winter. A true citizen of the world, and what we would call en français un honnête homme, which is a very rare species today and a very precious one. So one that has been using his immense knowledge and his immense culture to, I believe, promote better understanding between cultures and people. And Francis has made such an understanding the core of his mission, to the point that he has translated his first name in different languages. So tonight we are honoring Francis, but we are also honoring Fuad, Francesco, Paco, Francige, depending on the place where Francis has chosen to call home in the course of his life. So it's more than, I mean, we won't, discuss and elaborate on the psychology of such different personalities tonight, Francis. But throughout this diverse and very impressive career, Francis remained a true supporter of peace. And in doing so, Francis, you have never forgotten that the arts and the artists can play a really role of messenger of understanding between culture. You did so all along your career. You did so, and you started very relevantly as being the advisor to the Minister for Culture in Ivory Coast. And this minister was actually mixing politics and poetry, which is a good start for your career. You then joined the United Nations, where you occupied very challenging positions. You were first in Uganda. You came back to the headquarters in New York City, only to go back to the Palestinian territories for 5 years, where you learned Arabic. And then you became the head of mission in Iraq, in Algeria, and in Tunisia, before retiring in New York City. And what's striking in this career, but what is striking in your career is that you always find a way to ensure that cultural experiences have their place in these political missions. You always chose to live as close as possible to the communities you served. You learned Arabic, as I said. You developed these multiple personalities. You, in Tunisia, for instance, chose to live in the Kasbah rather than in a fancier neighborhood such as Sidi Bou Said. And this commitment never stopped. It never stopped until, you retired. But even as a retired, you continue to be a very active member of Pax Romana at the UN, where you promote the ideals of tolerance and respect for others that are so dear to your heart and to ours. So thank you for such a commitment to peace. When I arrived in New York City 2 years ago, I quickly came to realize that your love and commitment to the French-American friendship was as strong as your commitment to peace. And actually I was really amazed, because I believe that I met you really every second day in all the organization of the French-American community I was meeting with. That was really amazing. So I was amazed by your generosity, by your mobilization in support of this community, and 2 years later I'm still amazed after witnessing many of your achievements and endeavors. So thank you for this. Cher Francis, tu es vraiment un homme des deux rives de cet océan transatlantique qui sépare et rejoint nos deux pays. You are native of Alsace, and as such you are I see that you're not alone tonight, so as a Briton. So you're still a proud member of the Union Alsacienne and a flag bearer for Alsace in New York City. But on the other side, your love for the United States didn't start with the UN. It started much before, when you experienced the United States and the American experience through the American Field Service, and I know there are friends also from the American Field Service in the room. Your love for our shared history has never stopped since then, and you continue fostering our transatlantic dialogue through first the Paris American Club, so please join Bennett, and the Comité du Souvenir Lafayette, because vous êtes vraiment, cher Francis, un historien hors pair. You faithfully represent your fellow French citizens abroad at Français du Monde, and you express your generosity in supporting local communities through the Greenport Improvement Committee and the Common Table, a soup kitchen in St. George where you volunteer weekly. So thank you for that, and I have to say this is just the beginning of your endeavors, but I cannot go through the list, otherwise we will spend the night here, which might be a solution for you not coming back to England. But more than anything, what we want to honor tonight is your exceptional commitment to fostering our cultural relationship. You were the founder of the French committee at the National Arts Clubs, which I know has become your second home, and it has also become the second home of all the French artists and writers that are invited thanks to you. So thank you for this. This is really key in our cultural action. I see many members of the Organisation Internationale de la Francophonie tonight, and clearly you have been one of the flag bearers of the Francophonie in New York City. Among the many languages you speak, you are, I think, one of the best expressions of what bilingualism, multilingualism can bring to our society in terms of better understanding and tolerance. So thank you for that to Francis. And finally, I think you have this especially strong love for music, and your enthusiastic support for the wonderful Opéra Lafayette that I got to enjoy many times really helped revive the French early music in the United States in the most beautiful fashion. So your support for all our cultural institutions in New York City are at large needs not to be proven. It is really exceptional, and I know that Benedict and I can always count on you. And you even answer to some of our most unexpected demands and requests. For instance, maybe you don't know, but Francis actually spent several weekends in this house and in the Payne Mansion, which where is located the cultural services. And it was actually the most wonderful tour guide. So if you haven't visited this house, that can be part of our activities tonight, to listen to Francis. And I'm not sure he didn't invent part of the story he told us.
Those were not fake news.
But I can tell you that was really a wonderful treat for les petits et les grands, included myself. So thank you so much, Francis, for all of this. So in a word, and just to resume and wrap up this amazing list of endeavor, I think what we want to express tonight in recognizing Francis Dubois is that we are blessed. We are blessed that you are such a talented and ardent advocate of the French arts, music and culture in the United States and in New York City. And we are immensely thankful for you and your partners Paul's boundless generosity in doing so. So my dear Francis, you have, I believe, set such high standards in elegance, in the most nicest demeanor, and I would say in a very, very precious sense of humor. In all the way you serve others, that is a very, very deserved honor that I'm very privileged to bestow on you tonight. So thank you, and I'm going to switch in French because this is the protocol. Mon cher Francis, mon cher ami, au nom du ministre de la Culture, je vous fais Chevalier des Arts et des Lettres.
Merci beaucoup, Madame la Consul Générale. Je suis très touché, very humbled. Et on me demande de faire un discours très court. Je parlerai donc très brièvement. Merci beaucoup. I miss my dear Paul, who is stuck in a traffic jam. He's only on 51st Street and Park, so we hope to see him tonight. Thank you very much. You all mean a lot to me. Everybody in this room has a very special meaning in my heart. So thank you very much. Listen, let's work very much for peace. Artists are true messengers of peace, much better than bureaucrats. Madame la Consul Générale, I don't want to be to insult any, but really the artists around the world are really the true messengers of peace. So let's enjoy. I said I will say no speech. Merci beaucoup, Madame la Consul Générale. This is the first lady Consul General in New York City since 1783. We are very, very happy to have her. You will have a great career. I know this. So, thank you very much. And why it's tonight on November 15th, which is also Beaujolais Nouveau. And it's a lot of things, some have to go. So let's enjoy. Vive la paix, vive les Nations Unies, vive la France, vive la musique et vive les arts. Let's enjoy and let's sing. Voilà le président de l'Union alsacienne, le plus vieux club de Strasbourg, le plus vieux club d'Alsace, de Strasbourg également, le plus vieux club français de New York. Merci, Monsieur le Président. Notre chère Marseillaise. Alors, nous remercions Michael et en l'honneur de notre chère France, de notre chère Alsace. Allons, commençons. Entendez-vous dans nos campagnes rugir ces féroces soldats qui viennent jusque dans nos bras? Sur la breuve nos sillons. For this musical, and please, it's your show, please.